Here's why I believe that Jon's death in season 5 happened because of him, specifically because of his poor leadership. Although yes, I don't believe that his killers were 100% justified, but I understand why they actually did it. His biggest leadership issue was his poor communication skills. Specifically, his inability to actually get everyone there to actually understand the gravity of the situation at hand. Remember, everyone there don't like the wildlings for very valid reasons. Reasons that were specifically stated to Jon, as in not just one person, but multiple people said that. In fact, I'll give you some examples.
That no one uses now. A dozen abandoned villages.
And why do you think the farmers abandoned those villages? Because the wildlings raided them for years. Cut them down. Just like they did this boy's people.
We've been fighting them for thousands of years. They've slaughtered villages. They've slaughtered our brothers.
Those are all quite valid points. Yes, it's a bit selfish, but not everyone that works under you is going to see the greater good. Especially when the people that you're trying to help have done atrocities to them. And remember, just as much as the Night's Watch hate the wildlings, so does the wildlings to the Night's Watch, as in they hate them as well. So what's to stop the wildlings from attacking the Night's Watch the very moment that they crossed over? Nothing. And the wildlings greatly outnumber them, so if the wildlings attack them, they don't have the wall to actually protect them anymore. Now, they only have Castle Black, with only like a few dozen, up to like 100 men to defend against possibly thousands of wildlings. So yeah, there's the selfish reasoning, there's also the logical reasoning. And it isn't just Jon's enemies that actually like try to persuade him not to do what he wants to do. Even his allies who actually defended him even after he was killed, for example Ed, also had an issue with it.
I will follow you anywhere. You know that. But they killed Gren. Yes. And they killed Pip. Yes. They killed 50 of our brothers. I can't forget that. I can't forgive it.
Yeah, the only person that 100% backed Jon was Sam and technically Maester Aemon. But even Ed disagreed with Jon. And this is mainly because, although yes, they understand why Jon is doing it, that doesn't mean that they understand why they should do it. It is up to you as the leader to make them understand why they should. However, Jon didn't do that.
You were at the fist of the first men. If we abandon them, you know what they become.
We can learn to live with the wildlings, or we can add them to the army of the dead. Whatever they are now, they're better than that.
These are all great sentiments, but the problem is that Jon is making it seem like he's only sympathizing with the wildlings. The only time Jon actually mentioned a benefit to the Night's Watch is when he told them that the wildlings would become part of the army of the dead. However, Jon missed out a very massive opportunity to actually describe to them just how bad it will actually become if they join the army of the dead. He had another opportunity to actually explain this, literally the scene after when he spoke to Ollie.
They burnt my village. They put an arrow through my father's head right in front of me. They butchered my mother. Everyone I ever knew.
I know what it's like to lose the people you love. I know this is hard for you. But winter is coming. We know what's coming with it. We can't face it alone.
That is literally it. That's all Jon said to Ollie. A cryptic message about winter is coming and we don't have enough men to defend the wall. At no point, like I said earlier on, was Jon brutally honest about the situation at hand. Every single person that disagrees on the notion that they don't particularly care about the wildlings. Why would they care about the wildlings dying? Why would they care about the wildlings joining the army of the dead? All Jon has to do is to flip the perspective from the wildlings to the Night's Watch and make it so that anyone that actually disagrees with them not only will want to doom the wildlings to death, but would also want to doom the Night's Watch. He needs to tell them that if they don't let the wildlings through, he is going to die. All of them are going to die. He can even tell Ollie personally, yes, I understand you lost your family, but your remaining family exists within these walls and all of them are going to die. We barely have anyone to defend Castle Black. If the Night King attacks, then we are all going to die. There are a few dozen men remaining of the Night's Watch. How exactly do you believe that they will defend against the Night King's army? Because you struggle to defend against the wildlings, and they could break, they could retreat. The army of the dead won't. They don't feel anything, so they won't be scared. They are dead. They will keep pushing until you're all dead. You will not only be dooming the wildlings, but you'll be dooming us and the rest of the realms. This isn't something that just benefits the wildlings, but benefits all of us. In fact, I could actually show you this actually been done properly by Tyrion Lannister at the Siege of King's Landing or the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
They say I am half a man. But what does that make the lot of you?
The only way out is through the gates. And they're at the gates.
There's another way out. I'm going to show you. We'll come out behind them and fuck them in their asses. Don't fight for your king. And don't fight for his kingdoms. Don't fight for honor. Don't fight for glory. Don't fight for riches because he won't get any. This is your city Stannis means to sack. That's your gate he's ramming. If he gets in, it will be your houses he burns. Your gold he steals. Your women he will rape. Those are brave men knocking at our door. Let's go kill them!
Do you see the difference? Remember, in this situation, their king has abandoned them, their enemies outnumbered them, and they are right at the gates, as in they were about to breach the gates. And Tyrion was still able to increase morale even with everything stacked against him just by making it personal. He made it seem like if the city falls and the city gets sacked, their houses get looted, all the money that they worked for all get taken from them, and their women and children either getting killed or worse will all happen because of them. That's all Jon Snow had to say to his men. In fact, he did the exact same thing with Tormund.
The day I ask my people to fight with the crows is the day my people cut my guts from my belly and make me eat them.
And how many of your people can't fight? The women, the children, the old, the sick, what happens to them? You're condemning them to death. Worse than death, because you're too proud to make peace. Or maybe you're not proud. Maybe you're just a coward. Your people need a leader. And they need to get south of the wall before it's too late. We don't have much time, and they have less. The walkers are coming, and they'll hit your people first. I'm not asking you to make peace to save your skin. Make peace to save your people.
This is all he needed to do with the Night's Watch. Make it a life or death situation in which if you don't do what I'm asking you to do, then everyone will die. And when you're telling them that everyone will die, you need to make it very personal. As in, it is your people that will die. Your family, your friends, everyone that you care about will all die. That's what he did with Tormund to get him on board of actually bringing everyone south of the wall. And that's what Tyrion did. If he would have done this, then I highly doubt what actually happened to him getting killed, of course, would have actually happened because they wouldn't have much of a justifiable reason to actually kill him. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they might still disagree with him, but they wouldn't go to the point in which they will actually kill him. To kill the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch is a massive deal, and all of them did it because they believe that Jon is trying to get them all killed. So yeah, Jon put himself in that situation and was a massive reason as to why he actually died. So yeah, just like how Jon caused his death, so did Robb. On the screen now is me detailing the mistakes that Robb made, which led to his death. Also, if you liked the video, then feel free to help the channel out by liking and subscribing for more.